Alright Treagles, what's happening? So it's WWE Roadblock tomorrow. So this is just a little preview chat of some of the matches that are going to be taking place. Some theories that me and James have come up with, things that might happen, things that we'd like to see happen. So we'll just take it from there. So we don't know any of the running order of any of the matches right now. So I'm just going to throw it out there and go with the first match that I think will be the one on the night. So this is for the NXT Tag Team Championship match. So you've got the current NXT Tag Champions who are the Revival, and that is obviously Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. So the Revival have obviously been tag champs for over 140 plus days, so they're no mugs. They've obviously got something about them to know that they can win big matches, and they know that they can put out all the stops when called upon. So the team that are challenging for the tag belts are Enzo, Amore and Colin Cassady with Carmella. So as everyone knows, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassady, they are fan favourites. They are really good on the mic. They get everyone up for it, as well as Carmella. You know, how you doing? Everyone loves them. So I just want to have a little rundown about how the guys are. I mean, they've been best mates from a really young age. So obviously the chemistry from being real life friends outside to working as tag partners, you can see that they bring a lot to one another. They work well with each other. They bring out the best in one another really as well. And that's proven because they got voted Tag Team of the Year for 2015. So they obviously know what they're doing. And you can't teach that. So I'm calling it now. I'm going for an Enzo and a Big Cass win for the NXT Tag Team Champions. Oh, and Carmella, how you doing? So again, I don't know what order they're going to be going in, but I'm just going to be talking as I am. So the next match I want to talk about, now this is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. So now this is a bit of a weird one really, because with the New Day, you've always had Big E and Kofi Kingston, who have always been the wrestlers in a match, and with Xavier Woods on the trombone. Now, I think the New Day are really good. They've grown on me, I must admit that. I like how they are on the microphone, and as well as Xavier Woods on the trombone. Big E's dancing, it's hilarious. It gets me every time. But with reading this, I'm a little bit concerned with how this is going to play. And the reason why I say that is because reading about it, it says Big E, Kofi Kingston or Xavier Woods. Now I'm not too sure if it always says that, because this is the first time I've actually read up about obviously the Roadblock, because this is a new one to the WWE Network. So I don't know if that is always the case, or he might actually be thrown into a match for the first time regarding the tag team belts, because as far as I'm aware, he hasn't been yet. And their opponents are two members of the League of Nations, Sheamus and King Barrett. Personally, I prefer him as Bad News Barrett, but of course he won King of the Ring, so he is entitled to the King status as King Barrett. Again, this is a weird one for me. Now, being English, obviously I want Bad News Barrett, King Barrett, Wade Barrett. I want him to win every time. I really would love him to have been given a really big push, because his contract is up and he's already said that he doesn't want it to be renewed. So come the summertime, he's leaving WWE, which I think is a real shame, and I'm sure people will agree with me on that one. Now with this one, I think it's the first time since coming out and talking about his contract and that he doesn't want it to be renewed. He hasn't wrestled a lot. Now I don't know if it was because he was recovering from a broken rib. Again, there was rumours that was around, or because he hasn't been playing ball, like he doesn't want to stay there. WWE were kind of like, well, if you're going to be like that, we're going to be dicks and you're not going to wrestle. Now he did wrestle the other day on Monday Night Raw against Dolph Ziggler, but he did have Sheamus and Rusev with him. Now, Alberto Del Rio was not there in this match, so he has been wrestling, but I don't know if he's been doing them in dark matches, but we've not been seeing him a lot on TV. Now, I think that WWE have dropped an absolute bollock on this one, because WWE have never had an English WWE champion, now have they? Now, they've had Irish, of course, they've had Sheamus. They've never had an English one. Now, it kills me to say the amount of English talent they've never had it. British Bulldog should have definitely have been it, and I'm sure people agree with me. How British Bulldog was never the WWE Heavyweight Champion is beyond me. William Regal as well, he should have been given a push. Bad News Barrett, Wade Barrett, King Barrett, again, they've dropped the ball with him. Now Neville is up and coming. Now, he's a high flyer, he's exactly what they need. Is he going to get given the real push, or is he going to get pushed aside like every English wrestler that they pretty much get when they've got that talent there? I don't know why they keep giving the Irish people the push all the time. Why aren't they giving the English a push? So again, me and James, we was having a chat about this one and we've called it. We're going to go with the New Day to stay as the Tag Team Champions. And being honest with you, we both agreed as well that we think that the New Day are better as Tag Team Champions. Now, they have a lot of talent there individually, but a bit like the Hardy Boys. fantastic individual, and they did go on to win the Heavyweight Championship. Well, one did. So we think, personally, New Day should stay just as a tag team. For now anyway, right? We'll give them that, just for now. Because as much as we love the Hardy Boys individually, they were fantastic as a tag team. Because look at all the Attitude Era. Them, through all them ladder matches, table matches, chair matches, it's fucking unbelievable. Yes, you had Edge and Christian. Yes, you had the Dudley Boys. But Matt and Hardy, for me, my personal opinion. What about you, James?
Yep, I agree, the Hardys.
There you have it. The Hardys win. Well, hey! So far, they've only got 4 matches scheduled. Then I was reading that this is the final card. Now, I don't know if they're going to throw in a preview show there, a kickoff show, or just throw in another minute 2 show. Because when you look back at the last pay-per-view, they did just throw in R-Truth against Curtis Axel for some unknown reason. But the next match, I personally think, will be Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman against Bray Wyatt. So now this match stems all the way back to January, where it was the Royal Rumble, where Brock single-handedly eliminated the Wyatt family. So now, of course, the Wyatt family, being the Wyatt family, did not like that, got back into the ring, and they all eliminated Brock Lesnar. So this is what starts up this feud now. Now this is a hard one for me to pick because I really like Brock Lesnar, and I am a Paul Heyman guy myself. I really like Bray Wyatt as well. I don't know where WWE are going with this one. It seems like a fantastic match on paper. I do think that they should have been given their own pay-per-view, maybe at WrestleMania. But leading up to some of the matches that's going to be happening there, it's not going to pan out that way. So it's really hard to tell who's going to be the face and who's going to be the heel in this one. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, is the heel. But is Brock Lesnar technically a face? Because he's not too nicey, but he's not a heel, is he? I think he's a bit like how Stone Cold used to be back in the day. He wasn't a face or a heel. He was just himself, and he'd done what he had to do. And that's what Brock Lesnar's going to do, I think. He's going to just go straight into this match. He's going to take charge, and he's just going to knock 7 lumps of shit out of fucking Bray Wyatt, personally. So as far as I'm aware, I don't think the Wyatt family are banned from ringside. So let's be honest, they're going to be somewhere, aren't they? They're going to be either hiding under the ring, it's going to go pitch black, yeah, and all that lot, and then bang, they appear somewhere down the line. Bray Wyatt is your typical heel. Yes, they like to cheat now and again. Ric Flair, how many years did he do it for? I think the Wyatt family will try and cheat, but I think Brock Lesnar is going to be too powerful. As well as the way that the next match I'm going to be talking about is going to be setting up, is I can't see the Wyatt family winning this, or Bray Wyatt even, because then you'd want to set up a next feud, won't you? I reckon Brock Lesnar is going to win this one, because then it leads into WrestleMania, where he's technically got a match with Dean Ambrose. But if Dean Ambrose beats Triple H, then he goes on to face Roman Reigns. Then what happens there? But I'll talk about that in a minute. So conclude, because that might have been a bit confusing for you lot, Brock Lesnar win for myself. So then this leads up to, and we can all guess, this would be the main event. Now it's obviously Triple H, who is the current WWE Heavyweight Champion, v Dean Ambrose. So again, with all the speculation and all the theories, where does this one go from here? Now, odds on it, you'd say Triple H is going to win this. He goes on to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Therefore, Dean Ambrose has to face Brock Lesnar. But, again, what me and James were discussing, for shits and giggles, say if Dean Ambrose does win the belt, he then goes on to face his brother, Roman Reigns. What happens there? Who's going to turn heel? Because from what I'm reading is, WWE have no intent on turning Dean Ambrose heel anytime soon. So is Roman Reigns going to turn heel? What's going to happen? So again, if Dean Ambrose does win that match, who does Brock Lesnar face at WrestleMania? Does he face Triple H? That he's done twice before. You know what I mean? So this is where, that's one theory. So I can't personally see that one playing out. I do think that Triple H will win this one, go on to WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, which I personally think Roman Reigns will win itself, because I can see this being Triple H's last WrestleMania. So in conclusion, I really don't understand this Roadblock pay-per-view WWE network show, whatever you want to call it. Because let's be honest, now just quickly running back to some of the matches. So with New Day against 2 members of the League of Nations, Sheamus and King Barrett, I don't see the point in this match. I really don't. I don't see where this storyline, or it's not really a storyline, I don't see where this match has been made, because the only reason why that you'd put this on there is because if the New Day are going to lose their belt, then they can get a rematch back at WrestleMania, and then it sets up another one for the big match there. But I can't see that happening. I really cannot see this happening. I don't get this match. I really don't see it. I mean, does Sheamus and King Barrett really make a good tag partnership? So obviously quickly going back to the Brock Lesnar match. Now there's no one that can stand up to this guy. He just smashes through everyone completely. So you'd only think that he would smash through Bray Wyatt and even the Wyatt family. I don't understand where this match again's coming from. I don't see who can stop Brock Lesnar. I really don't. It just seems like WWE are too quick to change their mind, to change storylines, go down a certain role, and then all of a sudden they drop it. I don't know if it's the case of they think that the crowd's not into it, so then they just drop it automatically. You need to give it a bit of time, obviously. I mean, let's be honest, as soon as the New Day came out, everyone was shouting out, New Day suck, no one got into it. But you stuck by them, so obviously you've seen something there, haven't you? You have to stick with something for a little while to give it that motion. And yes, if it doesn't work, then you need to go, fair play, I gave it a crack, didn't work, now we can move on. Don't just switch plans around that quickly and then be like, oh, they'll never know, don't worry about it. We notice everything, trust me. Fair enough, the commentators might drop it out, Michael Cole might not say anything, you in the storylines might not say anything, but we're the fans. We remember everything, because we've watched the show since we were little kids growing up, and we're still watching it now, so we notice everything. So here's my last few final thoughts, like, Jerry Springer does here. Now, I feel sorry for Dean Ambrose, because I feel like he's being used as a bit of a jobby. Now, he is a brilliant wrestler, he's a fan favourite, and we love him. So it kind of like, let's be honest, WWE, oh, the fans must like that person, so I'm going to screw them over. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, etc, etc. And it seems like, oh, as soon as the crowd jump onto someone, we'll just fuck them over. So Dean Ambrose is going to get screwed over again like he has done in the matches he was with Seth Rollins. Now, he should have won half of them matches, and technically he did. But he got screwed out of it. So this is what's happening here. Looks like Dean Ambrose is going to get screwed out of this one again. Triple H then goes on to WrestleMania to fight Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns being labelled as the new face of the company, as Cena is getting on a bit. Roman Reigns wins, becomes the new John Cena, and it's thrown in people's faces like John Cena has done. So like I said, this is just my personal opinion of some things that I think may happen. This is just a preview of the show which happens tomorrow. I'll be bringing you another show from the aftermath of everything. We'll have another little rundown, tell you what I did like, what I didn't like, what I got right, what I got wrong, and what we can look forward to for WrestleMania. So until then, I will speak to you soon, and see you later!